It's the great power of borrowing people's trust for you in a business to leverage their money for you to grow your inventory and have your money work for you. What's up, guys? It's Lee here, the bartending, photo boothing rental guy, and today I want to talk about growing wide versus growing tall as an event rental company. As most of you know, I started from my garage about 4 years ago, April 2019, whatever that was. I have always been a believer in growing wide, and you're probably like, well,
what does growing wide mean?
And growing wide means I don't always focus on my core items, which is tents, tables, and chairs. I grow into weird items. I guess you wouldn't call them weird if you're a full-fledged event rental business, but for me, at the point where I'm at, getting heavy into these items is not exactly practical, but I'm going to tell you my strategy why. Remember last year when I bought those video game chairs and it was just 2 chairs and a TV? Well, through orders of those, I managed to get 1 more chair, 2 more TVs, another system, another VR set, all from it buying for itself. Video games. So we're going to talk about items like stage. We're going to talk about items like dance floor and why these are practical items for me to do wide growth. And what I'm talking about is buying enough of certain items that the bookings for these items pay for themselves to add more inventory to that item. So let's take pipe and drape for example. So you start out by buying a bit of it, enough for a backdrop or 2, but once you get enough of it, the future orders for the pipe and drape, they pay for more pipe and drape. It doesn't have to be pipe and drape, it could be anything. But you buy this item and then it starts working for the money. So you're not working to buy a whole schwack of pipe and drape and I want to add this item to my rental inventory this year. It's like, no, from the bookings, you have enough for 10 backdrops, but there's an 11th person who wants a backdrop of pipe and drape. Well, guess what? Those 10 backdrops worth of pipe and drape will pay for the 11th one. So the pipe and drape is working to buy more of itself. And so if you slowly grow wide in these items, then you'll just be able to have these items pay for themselves to grow. I like investing money that way, right? I started out with the fan back chairs. You could do this with regular items, right? I started with fan back chairs and I now have like 500 plus fan back chairs. And, every time I take a big order, I can always book a little bit more out for the season, expand my inventory for that, because the amount of chairs that are going out are just going to buy more chairs. And so the inventory pays for more inventory, and that's how you grow your inventory. Not you working to buy stuff, but your inventory working for you to buy more of it. It's like robots building robots. I don't know. Okay, wait, let me try and rephrase that again for you. I don't really have to buy anymore unless that item's maxed out for that date, in which case it's maxed out. I still take bookings for more because the profit from the said item that's going out will pay for more of it. So growing wide. So once you get to the point where these items start to work for themselves, they start growing from every direction. So I've got enough dance floor that it earns for itself. So I don't have to say, hey, I'm going to buy more dance floor this year. It's just when I max out on dance floor, then all the money coming in from profit on that day will buy more. Okay, so I recently started doing tablecloths for myself, like before I was sub-renting, and I had taken an order for black tablecloths and black stretch chair covers, which I didn't own. There was also like a photo booth and some pipe and drape on there, and I actually took enough bookings, or I made enough money from that order to buy all the tablecloths and all the stretched chair covers, and I've since booked them out 2 or 3 more times in this little concentrated amount of time, and it didn't cost me anything extra. Just the money that came in from that booking, because I offered those items, paid for it. Now I own 200 plus black stretch chair covers and a bunch of black table linens, because the order that they ordered, I just said that we had them and it paid for them. I mean, of course, there was the photo booth on top that helped supplement the cash, but items pay for items. These items are working for me. I'm not working for these items. It's the great power of borrowing people's trust in your business to leverage their money for you to grow your inventory and have your money work for you. Okay, I mean, getting into linens is expensive. Getting into glassware is expensive. Getting into flooring is expensive. Disclaimer, growing wide doesn't happen in one season, it happens through the life cycle of your business. So if you're not making sure to buy these items early in your event rental business, then later on when you're trying to grow, you're actually going to have to go out and you're going to have to spend a bundle on all this stuff, all your profit, when you didn't have your inventory working for you all along growing itself. And honestly, who has 30 grand to spend on tablecloths when someone orders a new color and you can buy that new color using their money? It's the long game, my friends. Are you playing it? Grow wide. Because you take one big order for something, it's not going to buy that new something. It has to compound from a bunch of orders and adding it little by little at a time. Does that make sense? Makes sense to me. That's how I'm growing. And I'm growing fast. I think it's an aggressive growth plan. However, along the way, sometimes you pick a wrong item and it doesn't grow, and you either sell it off or it just sits, right? I've noticed tablecloths is a great item. I've noticed pipe and drape's a great item. Dance floor is a great item. Stage is a great item. Lots of these items, they just earn for themselves. And obviously tents, tables, and chairs. I mean, same thing. It could be any item, but grow wide with everything that you can that makes sense. And the more items that you offer, the more different clients it's going to drive in, because people who are high-class clients, they want to only go to one place. If you can provide everything, then they're going to go to you and they're going to go for the higher tickets. So that's why it's so important to grow wide. Here's a little tip that I do. You're probably like,
Hey Lee, how am I supposed to get 9 pieces of dance floor to move?
Because that's very hard. You only own 9 pieces of dance floor. How are you supposed to get them to move? Well, put them in a package, put them up with a tent, and then the dance floor is included with the tables and the chairs in the package, and watch, and give it for a decent price, and watch how fast that dance floor starts moving and how fast you're going to need to reinvest in more dance floor using the money that was charged with the dance floor inside that package. Growth. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that something? That's basically what this business is. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it one more time. It's the great power of borrowing people's trust for you in a business to leverage their money for you to grow your inventory and have your money work for you, not you work for your money. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. If you did, you don't have to subscribe. You don't have to do any of that things. You have to try and grow wide. We'll see you on the next one. You stay classy. What's up, guys? It's Lee here, the bartending, photo booth, and rental guy, and I'm at the wedding show. Let's get into it.